Hello, everyone, and good morning. I am OracleUnicorn, and welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Don't forget to check your zodiac signs on my Facebook page, OracleUnicorn, #OracleUnicorn. All right, so this is going to be, this is going to be a general reading for my collective. I decided to do more of like instead of like, carry on all the things that basically we've all been working on when it comes to our self-healing, self-awareness, what we're keeping our focus towards. Now, I decided for this video that I was going to do what I usually do for the zodiacs, which is bring out some warnings, bring out some hidden things that's maybe still beneath the surface, really pull some of that stuff out then to keep ushering in for this reading a progress type of report when it comes to our soul progress. All right. So for this one, we have the tower energy, the tower moment aspect here going on with multitasking and the ebb and flow. So this is like really flowing in the ebb and flow of some people going through some very emotional breakdowns and understandings and some sort of, this feels very much healing regrets, bringing an understanding for yourself when it comes to certain regrets and the conclusion in these regrets. For an example, this is not a very, okay, but being authentic, right? So, for example, I used to actually wish for people's death because I felt that, I'm tired of trying to do. I'm tired of trying to help, and then I get backstabbed, or I get thrown to the side, or I get left behind. So that was a very regretful energy for me, especially with being everything that I work to try and represent, especially with being unicorn. You don't wish death upon people, it's not nice. So I had a lot of regrets about that, and certain things that I wished out of vengeful tactics when it came to exes and the feelings that I felt, being a feelings of abandonment type of issues. I had regrets about that because it's not a very nice thing to think about or even feel when it comes to people that are of your family. They're only doing the best thing that you can, but you can't help how sometimes you feel and some of the thoughts you think. So I had to go into a dark night of soul about those. I had to really face them. This was one hell of a tower moment about this. And it was like the universe going, all right, you got to have more confidence in yourself. You don't need people to die for you to have like a buildup of something. And I'm like, well, then why isn't my work getting bigger? And it's like, you just need a little more patience and to trust that everything's going to be provided when you need it. And I was just like, okay. Oh, now I really feel bad about this. So I feel like some are kind of going through elements like that. Maybe not to the extent that I went through, because it was kind of harsh. It was very harsh that I went through that. But also, I'm not one to sit here and be like, oh, I didn't have anything like that. I'm just this perfect person. That's why I named myself Unicorn. Whatever. I went through shit like this too. And it was pretty heavy. It was pretty dark. I went through some dark things, dark thoughts. It is natural. It's natural process. Okay. You got to be easier on yourself. So that's what I feel is the ebb and flow through some of these serious tower moment thoughts. Okay. Because it is hard, I didn't like the fact that I thought that. I didn't like the fact that I felt that, and it made me think what I thought. So yeah. All right, let's get into the layout here. Wow. And the tower ended up right at the bottom with that. Okay. All right. No joke, we totally got emotional balance. Like, yeah, that's just kind of, to me, just clarified exactly what I was saying. And this totally is destined. And in a way, I feel like this is like giving yourself the own kiss of death with your own tongue, with your own harsh words, with the own act, the way you are. You know, it's almost like really kissing and loving the serpent, because then you give yourself supreme understanding as to, okay, yes, why this, why that, but what's the connective lesson? Was that a process that had to happen? Expressing concerns, avoiding pitfalls, and that it's revealing to you in a more positive way. Like for me, it was like, that's how much confidence I did not have about myself, and how do I express that? How much in certain areas that I saw that I needed to grow up into, that if I didn't face them, it would have been just, it would be in its own form, this black hole inside of your soul, because and they end up repeating, they really do. I can't describe how many times I ended up in those repeated thoughts just last year, and crying myself to sleep because of asking myself and being hard on myself over the fact, why am I thinking this? Why do I feel this way? What is going on? I understand this and I understand that and this and that, but I don't understand the connective tie. And it was hard in a way to give myself this own kiss of death type of energy without soul retrieval. And then I finally opened that book, and it started to unfold itself. Okay. And so that's where I felt like this really came into play for me, this destiny, this, you know, this is why I'm expressing those words, kiss of death, because that's that fairy kissing the snake. Like, and then there's a reflection here, and reflecting on those poisonous thoughts, but caring for them, loving them, you know, in its own different way, and nurturing yourself up above that. So seeing the fray and rising above that fray. Okay. And now I'm just like, well, I'm just going to stay focused in what I do and trust in the forces of life. I mean, it's already shown me that it's okay to trust. So it's okay to love, and look at what we got for you. Look at what we did for you. And it's like, yeah, that's it right there. This is what I was looking for. So I was like, all right, I got it now. I get it. So yeah. Oh, wow. That's so, look at that. That was so perfect right after saying that. And this is that completion, finding peace and dedication. Wow. Yes. This is good. This is not what I thought this was going to be. Okay. This is really good. Surrendering in submission and asking. Some of you, it would be, you know, reaching out, asking for help, or needing for help. And some of you, it's asking your guides, asking yourself for help. And if you have a hard time, you know, in a sense, helping yourself, sometimes, you know, someone has more elements of resource to them, access to them, than maybe you do at this point in time, but it's meant for you to have this conclusion at this point in time. And so that's the importance of teamwork. So I feel some of you have a heavy lesson involving teamwork, okay, and ideas and correspondence, okay, and I feel that's one of your toughest elements about yourself, is the fact that I want to do it on my own. I want to get this on my own. I want it on my own, you know? So I feel like someone has one of those going on, And you're balancing this out, okay? You are being granted access and this dependability, seeing a dependability element possibly when it comes to a helping friend, someone you can correspond with out loud. It helps you to be able to have more organized thoughts when you speak about these things out loud, okay? And then we do have completion here. So this was destined. There is this consistency in this because it's not just a one-time thing and then it goes away. No, it takes practice. Okay. They linger a little bit and then, it's like a wound, it takes time for it to heal. I mean, if you try to take stitches out after one day, it's going to rip open or just fall apart open and start bleeding all over again. Well, that's what we're dealing with here, okay? And the reason why I said the asking in the submission here is because we do have the asking card. But I don't feel it's like, oh, please. No, I don't feel it's like that. But it's like an element of allowing oneself the vulnerability to broaden your perspectives and helping you to achieve an understanding possibly faster. I do have a increment of a feeling that some will be able to, through consistency and keeping going and working on things, you will receive some sort of outcome, even if you don't go towards teamwork or helping. Hi, good morning. But, oh man, teamwork. You will receive it. That's right. You will receive it, but it's you're gonna feel kind of behind, and that's what happens. It's almost like you had the choice to get more help and more connectivity to be able to bring everything together, but you were so in an element. If this is like you, there's a stubbornness. That's what yes. Whew, thank you. There was a stubbornness to do that. And so it took more time. Okay. And you do achieve it. I believe if you just keep working at yourself, beating yourself through it, you do achieve it. I wouldn't have achieved. I did, because I kept consistency, but also I did try to reach out for help. And I actually used certain things that were said, certain feelings that I ended up feeling of like, okay, I don't feel what I'm saying is being understood. So I'm going to try to go back inward with myself. So I did reach out, it's not like I was very stubborn in my own head that I didn't want any help from anyone. No, I tried. And then I've also tried, and it was like I was forced to look at this or to work at this practically on my own, because I did have emotional support when it came to my Facebook people. Yeah, wow, that makes me like break in my heart, because it was the most important thing in my life that I really kept focus on was my Facebook people. They literally made me feel like I was something important, that I had something special about myself. So yeah, kudos to my Facebook people, because I don't know what I would be without Facebook, YouTube. I mean, it helped me through so much, and it is my work. It's my income. So it's everything to me. And that's one of those things. And I had to accept that about myself, because it's in an element looked down upon. It's not the right way to live life. It's an addiction. In a way, it can be. I've seen that. But it's moderation, right? Anything. It's all in moderation. And if you're overdoing it, of course, it's technically an addiction. Anything can technically be an addiction. I have been in a element of seriously addicted to card readings, because that's all I would do. That's all I would wrap my mind around. That is all that, it was nothing but my life. And then I calmed it down a lot. And I allowed myself to like just chill, watch movies. It's okay. And I'm like, oh, but that's not right. I'm being lazy if I'm just allowing myself to watch anime or movies or this, that, and another. I should be drawing, making progress. I should be reading. I should be doing this. That's all fine and good, but I have definitely learned that that's not self-acceptance if you don't allow yourself to do what brings you natural joy. So that one was a hard one too. To feel okay, that it's okay. I go and chill and have my relaxed time and watch anime, that was very hard because it was like, oh, I feel that I should have my relaxed time as reading books. And that's what it should be. I guess that's having expectations on myself, to be personally honest. So, wow. I guess I did dig into what I was wanting to dig into on here, huh? We got pretty dang deep. All right. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's like the gate. That's like, hello. Yes, here's your open door. That's what's up. Authority and expertise in fluid existence. If those aren't just the perfect words for that card, I mean, I don't know what would be. That's cool. That was awesome. And that's what it looks like. It's really awesome. Like, I love the gator to it, and then the woman on top of the gator's head. Like, yeah, man, I'm a Floridian. I'm a swamp witch. Like, that's the coolest shit ever to me. And then it has that Egyptian freaking headdress on, and I was just like, wow, yes, because like one of my most favorite goddesses besides Lilith was Isis, and my most favorite power element of the Egyptians was Anubis, and Anubis had like this. Pretty sure he had a staff too, but yes, Anubis and Thoth, because I thought Thoth, I never really liked his image, but there was some sort of energy behind Thoth that I was very attracted to. And I realized it was because he's the one of knowledge. And I was like, oh, that makes sense, But Anubis, he's the gatekeeper. He is, and I feel that just made that even more perfect in my eyes, because this is an element of the gatekeeper, and he's holding, the messages. And it's almost like that balancing beam in which gate do you get to go through. And it was truly an element of the heart and not an element out of riches. And I was just like, oh, freaking beautiful. I was like, oh man, like being able to feel the energies of things is, it was hard when it came to people, very hard, because it was like, you hear one thing, but you feel something else, and you're like, the fuck do I believe? What the is it? Is it what I should listen to, or is it what I should listen to? Like, okay. And so it was really hard being able to feel on that kind of aspect, but on things, items, especially spiritual items, man, and you start hearing communication with it, and I fell in love with this gift in a whole nother thought idea, because even I hear like it transferred from that into vibrations of the universe and of situations. So I literally was like this asking type of person. What is this? What is this? What am I supposed to be getting out of this? Why am I feeling this? Like, question after question after question, and then slowly look at that fluid existence with that ebb and flow card we saw earlier, and I know what that card is. I'm going to get it, because you can vaguely see the writing on it, and I was like, yeah, I know what that card is. Yeah, that's what's up. That fluid existence into that knowing, that wisdom, that energy of the cunning woman. And I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about right there. This is why I felt called to this. And then I had to get through that hell of guilt of walking away and ending up in a Christian path. But then I was like, you know what? Look at what you learned. And I was like, no joke. And I literally had more confidence in myself over going through that, because of the fact that I know now. If I never experienced, there would be an element of doubt. There would be an element of question. But because I already went through it, there was no questioning it. I already went through it. I know how I felt. I know what I saw. I know some of the things that I heard. And I mean, heard in church through some freaking speakers that I'm looking around. No one else is hearing this crap. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, maybe this is just lingering stuff from being a witch, from doing witch stuff. And dude, no, it was trippy. So I had to get through some weird guilt issues over that one too. So, and with that true form, the deception, dishonesty, masked intentions, some serious stuff. All right. Wow. What? And then we get the All-Father, Odin. Discipline and strength, resourcefulness. That's just impressive. Wow. So there's someone's asking of emotional balance and listening to their feelings more than words. See, someone gave themselves a kiss of death as well. A serpent's kiss of death. They're specific. Some of them are very specific. Some of them, it's how do I express that? It's like I felt, and I've talked with my own guides about this. This is not something I read in the book. This is not something that, this is my own spiritual communication. There's a kiss of death, and then there's a serpent's kiss of death. And the serpent's kiss of death is the more catastrophic. It's more catastrophic because it deals with beliefs. So that's why I'm saying someone could have had a kiss of death, but now they're having a serpent's kiss of death. And this is more catastrophic energy because it's dealing with belief and emotions and the connectivity to everything. I'm feeling the fucking energy. What the? All right. Dang. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Meditation, solitude, and reflecting. Someone is seriously reflecting. Hello, reflecting. For real, reflecting on and meditating on a lot of this. And then, with the All-Father being here and the freaking Empress which is under that is Freya. That is freaking wonderful. True wealth, confidence, and ambition, and working within creativity of the rules. And this transformation that's under this deception and dishonesty to the self. That's exactly what that was. There was this deception of some sort of mask or dishonesty about something with themselves and masked intentions that's coming to clarity, the self-improvement, and confronting harsh truths about certain things. Yeah. it is hard. it is difficult. I mean, talking about beating yourself up, I mean, and then it's just, I really give myself kudos sometimes for falling into some pitfalls and having to express certain concerns with myself and to literally drag my own self out of my bed and say, I don't care if you think you look horrible today, do a reading. And I do. And it uplifted me. It uplifted me in some of the most ripping apart times. And I can't bring myself to walk away from it, because it's not just because of what it did for me, but because of what it could do for other people. If it did that for me, and even though I still had kind of restless thoughts about certain things and trying to figure out what was meant for me and what wasn't meant for me, it was worth it. It was it was not nearly as bad. It was not nearly as bad as what I was already going through, with total feeling lost, not feeling like I had anyone to go to for any kind of direction. And then the one person I had to go to, I was constantly felt like I was being manipulated, or that my emotions were trying to be manipulated in the crap. That's one of the reasons why I even walked away, was because I ended up completely falling apart, walking away from the magical path, because I completely fell apart from the one person that taught it to me, or brought me to the doorway of it, and broke me apart. And I was like, well, maybe this is the reason why. So that led me into a Christian path. Totally whoosh, whopped me right into it. And then slowly I missed myself. I found myself actually being harsher to other people. I literally hated the person I started to become. I did not like her at all. And I said, yeah, this ain't working. I was like, no. And then everything changed for me. I asked someone for a picture of their altar just so that I could feel again, just so I can be close to them again, because I know in a way I fucked up and I should have in a way not turned, but it was like, okay, I see why. And it was like, I see why I am fully being accepted back, because of what I would teach, what I would be able to express over what I've went through. And I couldn't thank these two people enough, actually, showing me back myself. And one of them, I don't care if I never see them again. I don't care if I don't ever hear from them again. There's nothing in this world that'll be able to take my emotions away from the gratitude I felt for just being able to meet that person for who they were naturally. And I, to this day, just am awed whenever I see a black rooster and any kind of painting, any kind of even, oh my gosh, y'all, when I was living at my dad's, me and my dad drove down Balboa, turned on Powers, that's the name of these roads, and saw a fucking black rooster. I was like, oh hell no, that's freaking sick. I loved it. And then I drew him. I freaking drew him. I drew him. He had the red on him. But the first one I saw, I don't remember him having red. It was like he was solid black. And it was the most beautiful freaking rooster I've ever seen in my life. It was cool. Yeah. Every time I had to stop Before I even met this person, there's this person's soul. I met the re-meeting this person. The creativity, the love for the spirituality. I mean, I couldn't have asked to meet a better person. I couldn't have. And oddly enough, it took everything I went through, including that person that brought me to the path, to bring me back. And yeah. I would ask why for a long time too. Now there's like this being still in solitude and reflecting, and I wouldn't ask to be anyone else. And I used to wish I could just be someone else. And I wouldn't now. I wouldn't ask to be anyone else but the person I chose to create. And that's Unicorn. That's why I judge. I'm an INFJ. So you know what? I do judge certain things for my own boundaries. I judge. I can't even remember what it was for. Certain things. There's some reason why. But yeah, meditation and stillness. Oh, I wouldn't be anyone else. Oh, I judge people's level of respect. That's why. I judge people's level of respect for the name they call me. If they call me by some people will say birth name. I say slave name because that's the name that you're enslaved to. So, if you choose to call me by my slave name, I can choose to judge where you stand in my life, to be personally honest. And that's why certain family members that if they create some heavy healing with me, they call me Bear. That's respect. Thank you. I can accept that. My dad's been calling me Bear forever. My mom calls me Mirror Bear. That I can level with, but Bear, yes, Bear. And I was like, I always felt an Indian tie towards that. And that's really cool because my dad's side of the family is heavy Indian. And he's like, you need to go get yourself some blood tests and you get a lot of help. And I'm like, I really should, especially if you're saying we have that much in your family that lean into ours, especially with his dad and his mom. And what was it? I think one of them had like 100%. And then the other one was only like 50%, but like 150, and then down to my dad and then down to me. That's got to be more than an 8, I would think. It's got to be. So there's got to be ways that but it's all in due time, right? So I have that in my back pocket. Take these things, put them in your back pocket, and you just level with your finances, okay? To these goals. So they're constant goals. I always put big goals in my back pockets because you know what? I have to focus on the baby steps towards those big goals. If I keep focus on the big goals and I'm just going blah, 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 and there's just chaos. I mean, it doesn't build, it just, so yeah. All right, cool. I got to finish that thought. Thank you. Wow, the circle, beauty way. Whew. There's that expressing concerns and emotional balancing. Hold on, camera. Oh, man. Whew. Oh, the blade. Caring for community. Avoiding pitfalls, expressing concerns. Cutting away. This feels like cutting away at something. And that's why there's some sort of huge transformation in a revealing of one's true form within themselves, and this finding peace, this dedication in one's peace and their authority in their expertise and their experience of what they would like to experience in their life. Like that magician's sword, not allowing anything to stop you. You may get detours. Oh, best bet. You may get detours. That's definitely like your commitment is being tested type of energy. Is this truly what you want? If it's truly what you want, you're going to keep persevering. I mean, if it's truly who you are, a part of you, you're going to keep persevering. And if it's truly love, it's going to keep being expressed no matter what. And the beauty way comes out over this emotional balance and being dependable and stability. This could be literally someone is getting some sort of surprise of stability. Oh, the giveaway. Oh, consistency. Wow, that's amazing. That's something different than what the words are on this card. I feel like some of you it'll trigger, and some of you it'll trigger later on, especially with possibly the kisses information that I was giving, the giveaway into the destiny, the giveaway of a certain outcome, consistency, the giveaway of a consistency. 3, 4, 5, the change. Whoa. Giveaway of one certain outcome to have another. However it really resonates and befits you, you know. The wild woman. Wow. Completion with the wild woman, fighting peace and dedication. Wow. That's intense. That's pure. Wow, that's beautiful. All right. The asking. Submission and surrender. This is also courage. The courage to ask. The coyote. It's number 12. The luminous warrior. Wow. Fluid existence, authority and expertise when it comes to this warrior energy. This is like a revealing. Well, yeah, I mean, we have the true form here. So this is shedding away. Ooh, wow. Shedding and ripping apart this warrior aspect or view someone has on themselves, completely tearing it away. And oh, wow, rising up to being a king in their own image that is their own spiritual right is what I'm getting. Wow. And that's why there's this stillness and reflection going on. Wow, and the tower behind that. Oh, wow. Whoa, the ebb and flow. That is right here. And the elder energy, recharging and self-care, shared lessons, and chosen family. Someone is about to freaking rise up in their own right of life, their own right to life, to the life they want, to the life they want to create, to the life they, some of you, yeah, some of you, we'll see. Yeah, well, you'll get it. It's okay. Just keep ebb and flowing it. Keep true to your own image, basically. That makes you feel secure with yourself, express concerns with yourself also about maybe some harsh thinking that maybe you had on other people, or harsh thinking you had upon yourself as well, and or basically. All right. So, yes. Wow. This one became more powerful than I thought it was, to be personally honest. There's contemplation about a message. I just saw that. because there's an airplane. So this is going to be a message, possibly a text message. Yeah, more than likely like a text message or, from Messenger. Okay. There was something else here. If it's meant to be, it'll come back. Oh, yeah. It was interesting. So I always loved a pair of shorts. This is actually why I kept these, because these were given to me, and I'm not much of a camo person. But I ended up really in an aspect. I accepted them because of this memory, and I ended up falling in love with them. And it matches my group shirt perfectly, so I love it. And I met someone that had a pair of camo shorts. I loved them because it was like they put the silk screening things behind them, and I was like, oh, that's freaking cool. And they ended up going to an ex of mine, and I'm like, well, that's a little weird. Okay. And then my ex tried to give them to me, and I'm like, I felt so weird. I felt so awkward. I was like, I really don't think I should be accepting these. And then later on, I literally looked at myself after that, and I was like, wow, now I see why I felt very off if I were to accept them. Like, I wore them a few times, and the feeling I got, it was very weird. Now it would have been like childlike giddy, but then I just felt very off. I was like, this feels off. Didn't understand. And that memory literally like made me freaking love the crap out of these pants. So I was like, you know what? I wish I actually would have kept them, but there probably was a reason why I didn't. There's probably a reason why, they were trying to be given to me, and I was just like, no, that don't seem right. So now I have these, and then hopefully one day I'll be able to silk screen on them. Maybe we'll see. They're stretchy, so I don't know if you can do that. And there's a shop down the road that does silk screening stuff. So I actually planned on possibly going to ask about it. I thought maybe I might do them at the bottom instead of under my butt, because I don't want to bring eyes to my butt. Like, no, I'm good. I want to keep that stuff for my person. This is why I like wearing skirts. I don't like being eyeballed. I already get eyeballed enough for how weird I am. Whew. Making a stand. So there's some feminine Empress energy here that's really like making some serious stands. And that's good, because they're really, or you are, depending on who you are as a viewer, okay? They're really bringing in a lot of this growth and illumination of true wealth, what true wealth really is, the confidence and ambition in one's creative endeavors, the experiencing in life, just to experience life, to know and feel secure that you can experience life the way you want to experience it. Certain things get hard, but that's that lessons and elements in persevering. But that's a lot of what I feel some of these heightening people are working to be able to have some sort of harmony and congruency where we're not going through nearly as heavy or as much, and only those that are meant to go through it will be going through it and not half of our people, and then I've literally witnessed homeless people just falling in love with being homeless. Just, this is the life. And I'm going, well, there's a little bit more to life than this, but I'm glad you figured out how to be happy with what you have. That doesn't seem right to me. I feel the reason why we have a government is to take care of this, and all y'all are doing is going, we don't care. Y'all can just sit y'all's butt on the street. And I thought California was one of the main people that actually care about stuff like this. And then I go and see YouTube videos about California being one of the main people that are ignoring a lot of this. Oh, we're one of opportunity. Oh, we're so amazing. Oh, we do this and we do this and we care about our people, this, that, and another. Hold on now. Then why do we see more people? Oh, you're allowed. Oh, we allow them to do that. Nowhere else allows them to do that. Okay, well, isn't that just crumbing? You're breadcrumbing your own damn people. That's not what y'all were built, or in a sense had this image of, to breadcrumb people. Okay, thank you. You make me feel like, you're just kind of on congruency within them, that our own government, that's exactly what they're doing. I'm like, so I guess it's okay for y'all to do it. Oh, we let them sleep on the street. So that's better than what anyone else is doing. That's not helping, though. I mean, I guess it's a way helping. That's actually just going, at least we're doing something. See all you and y'all's ego. Okay, cool. Well, I want to really do something. I'm like, come on now. Like for real? We want to sit here and be like, oh, breadcrumbing is awesome. What? This is not making sense to me. And then other people are going like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And then you want to be all glorified me. I don't know about that. just like, nah. That's not how you make wishes come true. I don't think so. Let me show you how to do this. I'm going to keep persevering, and I'm going to be like, okay, let's lay this out here. Let me help you out a little more so you don't look like you're just breadcrumbing your people, okay? Because this breadcrumbing thing ain't working. It's just not working. Okay. Especially when it comes to our own justice system. We're going to leave y'all out in the cold. You don't deserve to have any knowledge about this, that, and other, but you have to give us knowledge. You have to give the other people knowledge to be able to build a case against you. You have to do this. Oh, that's why the woman in the justice system has her eyes blindfolded. Got it. Wow. I got the superior gods card. The upper world. What? Oh, you know what this is clarifying? No joke. This is clarifying. Deception. Oh my God. This is clarifying deception, dishonesty, and masked intentions. Oh, what? Let's say it again. Government masked intentions. Organizations masked intentions. Oh, it's about money. Got you. We're helping the homeless people. Masked intentions. Oh, okay. It's about money. Oh, okay. It's about profit. Oh, we're helping. Oh, glory? Oh, okay. Masked intentions. Come on now. Wow, everyday existence came over the All-Father. Personal sacrifice, discipline and strength, cunning and resources. Everyday existence. Dang. And transformation, confrontation of harsh truths. This is why popular all over YouTube. I talk too much. I know too much. Oh, wait, what? What? You need to what? Confront those harsh truths. All right. You can deny the unicorn. Go ahead, deny the unicorn. The unicorn is still going to rise. What about those people that actually grew up in the freaking hood and became supreme freaking rappers? I grew up in the hood. I created myself to be a unicorn. I make videos. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. That's why I got my Jaguars, right? And then that's why I got my Jaguar on my jacket. I'm from Jacksonville, y'all. Yes, I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar. I walked through the pits of the Jaguars and became something from no one. Hello. That was so perfect. I got a message. I was like, hello. And I was like, hello. I'm OracleUnicorn. Oh, man, look at that. We got the snake on top of Freya. Dang, we got 2 snakes up in here. Yes. True wealth, confidence, ambition. Have confidence in your ambition, Mr. Snake. The one who had that little icon as a snake. And I was like, I love that. Yeah, I'm going to push that too. I was like, yeah. How do I do? This is just a general reading, and then I do personal readings, and the information for personal readings is at the bottom. I do any personal card draws for people out in public because I get very deep. And I just don't think that's right. Thank you for asking. Appreciate you. All right, so we got this confronting the harsh truths. Oh, shit. Damn, with the lightning. Sudden shock of realization, like, man, like that tower energy we were talking about, is shatterment of one's emotions, a shatterment of all masks, like all masks and everything. Wow, like this is a shake up shatter. Self-improvement, understanding how do I say this? The true wealth in emotional balance, self-improvement. There's a difference. And then it bleeds over into your actions. It's hard. It's so hard to really act on it and then hope it really goes in. It doesn't really work that way. I literally would go to bed freaking crying my eyes out just because I was trying to do that. It's like fake it till you make it. And I'm like, I'm really trying not to fake it here, but I really want to make it. It's like, no, it did not work. I had to go inside then out. And I feel like that's some sort of like this realization in certain people when it comes to their faith and their beautiful way that, their direction that's being revealed for them, in this understanding that everything will be provided. Just keep on keeping on. Okay. And then this self-improvement ignites. Okay. It's completely different. When you do this self-improvement within your emotions, it then literally vibrates out into your life, and it creates outside tower moments too. You go through inward tower moments, but you go through outside tower moments after you're vibrating on a heightened different level, because it just doesn't match everything. And then you want to start living in truth and not living in the illusion that you used to live in, because you are under a self-illusion. And so then you really want to actually live the truth of life and not some sort of illusion of life. Okay. So yeah, that is one hello harsh truths for real. Wow. And then there's like this lower world energy with the spirits, the dead, the ancestors, the apparently overlords, and deities. I don't think I've read anything in any kind of magic book about overlords. I've only heard about this in video games. What? That's so funny to me. I just kind of like, maybe some people that bring themselves as an aspect of a living God, they become an element of an overlord and they astrally travel these realms. I can see that. But there's definitely this taming the restless thoughts, intrusive, hurtful thoughts, taming a lot of this, really coming to full Ouroboros understanding, where the snake finally latches onto the tail. Okay. This is why I shared that snake. There's like this bracelet. It's freaking sick. And the snake's tail literally goes into the snake's mouth and latches onto it. And I was like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. I was like, that is exactly what I even talk about in my readings. Oh, I would love that. That was just like, oh my gosh, that would be like the Viking loyalty bands. I would totally use that as that instead of like, I have some too, little Viking loyalty bands. They're kind of uncomfortable and they move around and it really hurt my wrist. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with them. I may give them out as a gift, some sort of like free gift thing, because like I really love them and I don't want to just throw them away and I don't want to sell them. I want to actually give them away. But these snake ones, man, oh yes, those things. Oh man, yeah. Eventually, right? Eventually, I will get there. I will, without a doubt, I will get there. And you know what? You my YouTubers, my YouTube followers, I'm gonna be like, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Like just like I did with my freaking deck. Yes, and I got that $300 freaking deck. I was like, hey, y'all, I got this. I don't care how I got it. And its own sentimental reason to me was the fact that I worked in the spiritual path and asked the Fae to bring it to me. Don't care how they brought it to me. The fact that they brought it to me is what made it important to me. I appreciate how I got it. But that's not where the credit goes in my eyes. Nope. The credit goes to the elemental spiritual aspect of it, because I felt like the way I got it was in a feeling of an emotional manipulation type of thing, like trying to make me remember. So, and it was like, no, I'm going to change that. I'm going to make it pure of heart. Sorry. Like, see exactly what was kind of playing there, but at the same time, that's not how it's going to be for me. Whoa! As we talk about it, look at that, the completion card, and it is the snake biting its tail with the colors of the wheel, the medicine wheel, and the freaking compass points. It's freaking gorgeous. Love this deck. That's impressive, and it's a number 9. So like, completion into your new beginning. That is, yes. Oh, the council. And water. Rainmaker. So counseling, seeking counsel after an emotional balancing, release, an emotional release, acknowledgement of one's many paths, freedom from, let's see, I'm going to do my best to hold this flared out for you. And the council is number 11. That's really cool. Many paths. And then we have the jaguar here, but freedom from obstacle is why I'm trying to show this like this. The jaguar is here. The eagle, freedom from obstacles. The jaguar, that's the many paths. This is the rainmaker, and that's emotional healing, and that's water. So that pretty much in a way clarifies the emotional healing. This counsel here, the counsel, I feel when it comes to a lot of the emotional healing and understandings, to bring in conclusion. Okay, so yes, beautiful. The witness. I was figuring. Tower moment. Tied to Time Master. There's some sort of heavy epiphany understanding tied to patience and right timing. And that behind that is the drum. So the calling, the asking, for some of you, this is that higher calling into the energy of the Time Master with patience and this thunder when it comes to emotional teardowns, as we were seeing earlier before I shuffled the deck. And then we have this witness here, witnessing. Some of you, this is someone else witnessing with you, and some of you, this is that watcher person witnessing this and having an element of learning and growing into a lot of the same processes, gaining a lot of conclusions, clarities, confirmations. It's mainly a lot more confirmation energy than it is really teaching. It's because they felt in a way that it was like you teaching them, but in reality, it was both. They were both doing it, and that's why it's a mirror. Okay, that's why it's like 1331. Same thing with other numbers. When it's what you got, like 1 and 1 equals 2. The 2 and 2 equals 4. 5 and 5, that equals that change and conclusion as well. So it kind of goes on with that when you really put this mirror type of magic into it. Because I'm not really heavily studied when it comes to the occultist and mirror magic. I do my own energy of mirror magic, and then I get a lot of lessons and talk with my spiritual team about mirror magic, but I haven't had more of a chance to study more into it with these specific books. I would like to read. It's a book that they have. I don't know if it's Zoannon that did it or if it was Three Hand Press that did the mirror. This book about the mirror. I would love to read that. I would love to read Tartarus again with this new mindset. Oh man, I would love to read Tartarus again. That was, it blew my mind then. I can only imagine what it does to me now. 36 Faces with all the things that I like to, that I do with the Zodiacs. I would love to study into that book a little more. Yeah, those are pretty damn good books, especially when you are very much like a magician, sorcerer type of person. You like magic. Those are really actually very good books to get into. I was a stay-at-home mom when I was reading a whole shelf of all these things. I was like, man, having access to me. That's actually what I would love to go back to, the way I was in that time in my life. Yeah. And that's what I guess that's why I'm a little bit hard on myself about it now, because I was like that then. I don't understand what changed. I don't understand what happened. If there's some sort of missing piece that I need to find, or that I'm working at to find, to be able to really unite back with that part of me, because I was very much like that. I really didn't watch much of TV. I had things on for the kids, but I really didn't watch much of TV. I just kind of sat there and read, or I did yoga with the kids. So I was always cooking, and then, it hurts my back to cook. So that's why usually I really hate cooking, because it affects me very badly. Like my feet start turning blue, and I just got a lot of back injuries, and it's really hard. But I always stayed consistent on my yoga, and I had to do yoga while I was cooking, because if I didn't, I was in a lot of pain. Oh, then one time, I went and brought a lunch to my spouse at the time, and I knew his friend was there, and I made a little one for him too. It was really nice. I was so nice. I was such a nice person. And there's nothing to it. I mean, behind it, I just was like, well, that's his friend. That's his best friend, That's what I thought about it as. It was like, I mean, now thinking back upon it, I can kind of see the hidden things that it could have looked like. And I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. Yeah. I was told he never ate it, but that's okay. It's cool. because like it was like one of my favorite meals that I made. It was chicken Alfredo because I like used a can like or a jar of Alfredo, but then I added Alfredo recipes to it to make it taste different. And then the way I cooked the chicken, I very slowly cooked it in dressing, and it just it was phenomenal. And I was very proud of that about me. I was very, anytime he had company and I was cooking chicken Alfredo, I'm like, you want some? Come on, eat some. It's so good. You should at least try it here. I'll just get you a little plate. I did it to everyone. It wasn't just that person, but I did have a very expressive feeling with that. But it was, I mean, it was true. It was pure of heart. And I really hated the gossip and the talk that I heard in the vibrational field about me. And it was very rough. It really ripped me apart. And I didn't hear much about it. I didn't hear what was said. I could feel the energy. I really could. I could feel the cutting. I could feel the eyes. I could feel it was. And then his other best friend started to lash at me. And I was like, wow, you're not the one person to do that. I've never seen him do that. And he did, like, completely just lashed and cut me down. And I'm like, just because I believe the way I believe, I feel what I feel. I don't agree with my spouse's ways of viewing certain things, and then you want to just tell me I'm just out flat wrong and I need to just take his word for truth. And I'm like, honey, you don't live with this person. I mean, you have, okay, but you've got some kind of like, I don't even know. But hey, I got to be careful because you know what? It's not good to talk bad about people. I can express my experiences. That's what I heard from my guides, but be careful in how I express. Okay, so that's why we have the blade here in expressing concerns and moving forward, having that balance too, though, when it comes to expressing concerns, because the meaning and words of things, it can be cutting, it can be downing. I felt it, and to remember that people feel this. So I feel like that's why. See, I'm even going through the reading, I ask these things out loud, It's authentic, right? Just being me, I got to. Damn. Judgment on a 10 of Cups, emotional balance, and being dependable. Wow, this is commitment. This is judgment on commitment. Wow. I mean, that's 10 of Cups tarot card over. I have seen this. I don't know. If y'all follow me, I have expressed this as I feel it, like a 10 of Cups. And then it's got the dragonfly back there. See, that's another one of those things that I saw in that person's profile. I'm like, that's cool. I wonder why you like the dragonfly. And then I started to get into it and really learn about it. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. It's like a message of like change and changing into new thing, going into something bigger. And I was like, I love the way you are. Everything. The little things builds up. The little things really do. And they mean the most. Ooh, okay. The giveaway of, you got the moon with the 7 of Pentacles. I'm seeing walking away from one garden to start watering a different garden. And a secret. The giveaway of a secret about nurturing. Yeah. Okay. Nurturing. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. And this is all clarifying this destiny energy here. This giveaway of a secret. Yeah, well, in this video, I have given away a few secrets that I really kept close to my heart and did not express to anyone. They were mine. They were my little things. They were my little things that helped build me. I didn't want anyone else. And besides, if I actually got to freaking have a conversation with that person that I got a lot of this from, that's who I wanted to express it to. But this, when some of these things feel important in my readings, I have to, and I be careful. I got to be authentic as I express, and I can't hold back too much, but I hold back the best I can. Certain things, because you never know who else that's going through this that has these kind of thoughts too, and they're feeling horrible about themselves over that, and it's supposed to be some sort of taboo thing, or like a temptation. Oh, you can't do that. That's the apple from that tree. She's a serpent. Well, I love serpents, so whatever gets me that knowledge and healing aspect, and having full, healing. Wow, we got this Three of Swords here, this full healing and love, the real love for yourself and who you are, what you feel. I mean, I would go eat from that apple every day if that's the outcome. I don't know what voice this is, but this is giving me more. Oh man. See, y'all, this is why I started making videos, dude. I totally abuse the crap out of myself with some of the things I say, because I'll say this. I'll be sitting there in bed, y'all. I'll be sitting there in bed. I'll say this and I'll start saying these things out loud. I just start laughing. I was like, dang, I love the way I think. I love my humor too. Like, man, I used to feel bad about my own humor. I used to think that I was dumb. Yeah, I mean, that's how my ex used to make me feel. Like, look at me, like, but then I was like always laughing and being funny with his humor. Then it was like a total cut down on my own. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not knowing how to do this right. So it was such a relief and a huge opening just to do what I do and to fully be authentically me with no fears. I do say sorry sometimes, but and we're supposed to be without sorry, but that just in a way makes me feel like I'm being self-absorbed. So I definitely do apologize, because, like, you know what, if you feel it, say it. Why hold it back? Like, there's no point, because someone's like, oh, you don't have to, and it's like, yeah, you don't, but that's the point. They don't want you to do it just because you feel obligated to. Don't do it. Don't say sorry because you feel obligated to. That's not what sorry is for. You say it because that's what you mean. You say it because that's how you truly feel, and not just, oh, it's proper etiquette. Okay. I'm like, oh man. All right, so we got this wild woman here when it comes to this dedication and inner peace, and this is picking and choosing battles or walking away from something when it comes to the Queen of Wands. All right. And like sunflowers, like it's blossoming of something. Oh, man, that Three of Swords came out again. Holy crap. And this is that Queen of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and Three of Chalice. This is like this earth sign in complete heartbreak, asking in this courage and submission. Submission into heartbreak and surrender. And then moving into celebration in this healing, authority, and expertise. I feel with, this luminous warrior shedding this luminous warrior energy. When it comes to this person that's like a coyote, it's a little skittish, but building on that confidence, okay? And this could be, heartbreaking energy tied to a Queen of Pentacles because of third party regrets. And shedding this, okay? Having the courage and manifesting and shedding these regrets. Everything. Not just some things. Everything happens for a reason. Everything I remembered. I had no clue what I was feeling. I didn't know my little butt was in love. I didn't know the first time I saw this person, it was going to be the only thing I had eyes for. I had no clue. To think or to gossip like I had a clue? No, I don't think so. I literally, when you're being full and authentic and true to yourself, when you look back at these things and you had no clue, that actually makes it, how do I express that? It makes it more of a true rich, a true rich inside of yourself, because it was pure of heart. It was pure of intent. This was pure of intent. Okay? How do I express this? Because some feminines do get mad. They don't understand. If they're lacking understanding when it comes to being ghosted, when it comes to not having communication, and there's third parties involved. Honey, there's third parties involved. They're just trying to respect, so it's okay. This resentment energy tied to this is not going to help your masculine be able to get over these regrets, because you resent. So if you eliminate this resentment and you're still being, you know what? I understand. It is all good. Man, I still got love for you. It helps heal this for them. They don't feel the regret because you're not resenting them. Okay. Now, if you're sitting there like, I don't know, my person, yeah, he better, or else, I mean, look at his cards. Come on. Yeah. Now you're just downing them. Like, I never understood that. That's one of the main reasons I was like, really got into, another reason why I got into these readings was like, all right, I'm going to be talking to y'all masculines. I'm going to let y'all know. Y'all are doing all right. Y'all are doing good. Don't listen to some of these feminines that are just, I mean, seriously, some of these readings, they just bash the crap out of the masculines for not owning up to their masculinity. Oh, honey, you need to back down and go more into the femininality and balance that out a little more in nurturing. Okay, because it's like that's showing you're a little bit too much in your masculine energy. Okay, and it's overriding and it becomes distorted, and that's the masculine distorted energy. This person was trusting their soul more than anything. Okay, they were, it was cutting them just as much it was cutting you. Okay, and both of y'all were learning it. Both of y'all signed the contract to go, yes, please do this to me. Take accountability, feminines. You signed that too for them to do that to you. You asked for it and you got it. Now you're complaining. And it's like, I understand it's hard when you don't have that full conclusion, snake on the tail understanding. It's hard to really develop that. And that's a lot of the reasons possibly why there was blocking going on. There was harsh communication to push each other away because of that resentment hitting ties type of energy. Okay. Lying, that does it too. That's another reasons why that helped with my resentment pains when it came to my ex, with lying, deception, and everything like that, was because it was like, okay, well, they were too afraid to own up, because they know they would have lost me. They know I would have just been this way, and this way. And they were terrified of it. Okay. And it's like, yeah, I get that. But also, I have to see my own worth through the whole thing. I have to acknowledge that pain. I have to say, this is how I feel. And this is how I feel. And this is how I feel. And talk to yourself about it. Because when someone is in their distorted masculine or feminine energy, you can say all you want. It's not going to change. Until it's the right time for it to change for them and their path. It's not going to change, no matter what you say or did. And this is why I agree with some of the memes that are going around when it comes to narcissistic behavior, or let's wrap that up, crumble it up, throw it away, distorted feminine energy, unhealed feminine and masculine energy. Why they do that? I know I do that just to help people understand how to do that, and that they're only feeding themselves more toxic false beliefs. I like the words distorted because it is distorted. The understanding is not there. It makes for distorted thoughts. It makes for distorted actions. And when you have distorted thoughts and actions, what happens? Well, yeah, you go through heartbreak over and over and over until everything lays out. All the pieces are there to put your puzzle together, if you're willing enough and not afraid enough to put your puzzle together. That's another element there. It will all be revealed. You'll get full conclusion, extreme healing, hello transformation, and you'll start to see it in your daily existence, daily life existence type of energy here. And then there's that newfound love for the darker aspects of yourself, that quote unquote serpent side of people on a negative energy. But to me, it's not a negative energy, because without it, that knowledge wouldn't be there. But I don't feel we have to go through certain things to this extent that we had to go through to force awakenings. I feel there's teachable ways to help clear up a lot of this. All right, I'm trying to push 2 hours apparently. I mean, this must have been one hello important message. Yeah, because I was going to take a break all weekend and just chill. And then last night I was just like, no, I actually feel a calling to just do what I do. You know, I enjoy playing with my cards. I'm learning and balancing out how to, they even said in the soul retrieval books, you can pull energy from your spirit guides, your power animals, to keep you from being drained and using too much of your own energy, that then creates this tiresome energy. And which is cool, because I'm seeing the progress in it, because I can pull about 4 or 5 hours of readings before I'm just like, well, okay, yeah, I need to replenish. So I want to get to that point to where I can pull 4 to 5 hour readings, and it's almost like I just sat here and drew and I'm fine and just walk away. I don't feel drained. So I'm working on that. I want to get to that point. So this luminous warrior has some sort of decision in love when it comes to communication. This is also an element of standing in one's authority and their a free will to do what they may, what they wish to do, what they want to do. I mean, to not feel like out of protection, you have to allow someone to have more power over you. And I understand that oh so greatly. This is why I have a lot of issues when it comes to my own bloodline. Okay, yeah, because that's exactly what I felt all of my life, that if I wanted something, I had to be and do and present myself a certain way. And it was like, wow, what conditional love that is. That's not unconditional. That's not Ohana. You know, Lilo said, it doesn't matter who you are and what you do. There's always good in everyone, and everyone has their place in the world that makes them happy. And you know what? I was like, yeah, that's like all of us. You know, it's just finding where we best fit, and then it best fits everyone. I mean, that was 600 and something odd experiments, all on freaking Hawaii, you know, everywhere, have a place for everyone, every one of them to be happy and just do what they do. And it doesn't create chaos. And I was like, see, this is why I watch Disney movies, y'all. I was like, because that shit's intelligent. I was like, what? Damn, thank you, Disney. I was like, what? Yeah, and no joke, anime does that too. Freaking Japanese have really imprinted some serious stuff on my heart. I mean, Assassination Classroom, hello, awesome. Like, hands up to Assassination Classroom. That is amazing. And hands up for us that are pagan-like, animism, like animism, and you know, the spiritual world of things. Yo, y'all gotta go watch The Ancient Magus Bride. I mean, I fell in love. I was like, oh, the spiritual element in this is so gratifying. I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like, all the way up to the phoenix that mage has. I was like, wow, yeah. I was like, and they called their fae the neighbors. I was like, yo, that's so freaking cool. It's wow, yeah. Those anime are just, whew. Yeah, I mean, go Japanese, yo. I mean, the intelligence and wisdom of the samurais, the Rurouni Kenshin, the way he used to be to the way he changed out of everything he went through, and now uses a reverse blade sword, so that he's not cutting anyone, he's only bashing them enough to just get them out of his way. He's not killing anyone anymore. And so I was like, that is amazing. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I like really usher myself to teach. And if it wasn't for the anime, if it wasn't for the Disney movies, I don't think I would believe in love. You know, if it wasn't for how many Disney movies express this is real, this is true. And I was like, I want to believe. I mean, if there's movies made about it, yes, it's true. It's real. It's out there. And I'm going to find it. Or I'm going to create it. Yeah. Oh, snap. And while we're on that, oh, snap. We got the witch making a stand with ships coming in. Waiting for one ships to come in, looking out into the distance when it comes to this emperor. Man, look at him. He went up on that throne and he was like, I'll accept that crown. I want that crown. It's so cool. I've had this pagan cats deck for a few months now, maybe 5 months. No, it's wow. I think I got this deck last year, and I never noticed that this cat was literally had this emperor has a crown on his head. That's the first time I've noticed this. And this healing, the roots, see how it's red? That's cool. That's like healing your roots, your inner child. That's really good. I've never seen that. I've really brought that out in me. That's cool. It's like standing above the fray because he has nothing but desert around him. Wow. Impressive. You know, some masculines, y'all may think y'all's feminine's impressive. Look at you. Look at what you do. I mean, just as much as you see that person is impressive to you, it's like, it's mirrored, okay? What you love in someone or what you love about someone is because you have that in you and you have that calling in you. Everything that I adored and loved about this person, it was like I no joke, I had eyes, straight up, only had eyes for the person I was with. Only had eyes for the person I was with. And it didn't stop me from admiring the person I was meeting. It did not stop me from admiring the way they studied and had tabs in their book. That was just inspiring to me. And now I do it. I don't do it the nice and proper way they did it, but I do my own little weirdness with it. And I still underline in the books, and I admired that, you know. It's all mirrored energy, and it does not go without saying that there possibly were things that I may have did then, or that I had eyes for then, or that I had an expression of my heart for certain things that they had, and it was appreciation, and they admired that. And it's because they had that lack there in themselves. They didn't understand possibly what that was, but they know it was something that they appreciated, but didn't realize that's what it was. So I feel like there's a lot of understanding and learning in this area going on, okay? Especially with everyday existence. It was pure. It was a soul experiencing another soul on a pure-hearted level. No fuckery, no like tricks, no trying to win one over on someone, no trying to cheat, none of that. You know, it was just, I love your soul. I love the way you express your soul. That's all it was. And to belittle it is not nice. And there's possibly people out there that have experienced that and then experience the belittlement of it. And then go have this transformation and hello self-improvement and expression of harsh truths, confronting harsh truths about the belittlement, help them to see what the purity behind it. Not that there was anything a play like Seven of Swords energy. There was no Seven of Swords energy there. You know, there was like, wow, I just want to know more. Wow. Like when I freaking met this person's soul, I straight up walked right up to them and was like, I remember feeling it or saying it in my head. I was like, all right, what are we doing here? And I was like, okay, what is this and what is that? You know, it wasn't like trying to get close to that person. And I was with someone. And then I felt the energy of like, and I was like, my bad. I thought that was cool. I thought that was pretty freaking awesome. He was making oil out of orange peels. And I was like, huh, well, this is cool. I want to know more. I want to ask questions. Oh, what is this energy? Oh, shit. Now I got to sit down and I just got to sit here. And that's exactly what I did. Without even knowing what was happening. And in a way, I just read the energy and then sat down on this freaking bucket and just went, oh, well, patooey. Apparently, I'm not allowed to learn. So, that's what really makes something extremely pure. That's that pure of heart element. Okay, so there's this energy of deception, dishonesty, masked intentions when it comes to upper world and 5 of cups. Mourning. Like there's a healing in mourning. 5 of cups energy. I had to say that for a very specific reason. Whoa, no kidding. Apparently, I had to say that for a very specific reason. Oh, okay, because it's there. And because I see it, that's that regret energy. But it's okay. It's all okay. It all will get okay. So that's why it's okay, this 5 of cups mourning, this 5 of pentacles left out in the cold, and this apology about being left out in the cold or doing this left out in the cold energy, there's responsibilities involved, there's understandings that's needed, so that there's this true mind union, this true mind understanding. And I just am gratefully thankful that I got to experience what I experienced and literally told this person, like, I don't care what, anything, that showed me for real unconditional love because, it showed me like possibly that's the only person I probably had unconditional love for. Because there's been conditions on everyone else. It's like, okay, yeah, that's okay, but nah. Yeah, that's okay, but yeah, I can cold hard you. It's not that hard for me to be able to my heart. It's like, oh, well, now let's see how much you'll like that. Obviously, if that's triggered out of me, it just seems like there was an element as to there's a reason why. And that's one of those regretful things that I had too, because it was like, well, do I even understand what love is? Do I even understand? Because it was like, I truly didn't have that unconditional love for these people because it was in a way conditional. But I can see when I was younger and had eyes for my ex, it was unconditional at that point because I've walked into some things and heard things and just gave trust to and then worked through certain things and then went through some other things and still loved them and still gave love. So in a way I feel, yeah, I did, but then I was a little bit hard about it because I was still able to kind of walk away and the feelings became gone. And this other one, it's like, no matter how much I tried, even for myself, to push my feelings or to destroy my own feelings, they sure as hell didn't go away. And the more I healed and worked at it, the stronger they got. So, and the more I healed and work at my own heart, the stronger the resentment got. The stronger the resentment became for certain people of my past. So there was a lot of lessons in that. And if it wasn't for that specific person, I would not understand what love is. I really don't think I would understand. I would sit here and go, I still don't even understand, but because of him, no, I feel like I do. And when I think about my own ohana and my wish come true ohana, I think about every little thing that could possibly make me mad. And if I still feel care, if I still feel I want to wish for that person, and I find myself still wishing. So it's like, yeah, this is undeniable. I was like, I'm just in love. I'm just in love for real. There's no changing that unless it somehow changes in some sort of different way. I don't know. I'm still working through that one, y'all. So, I can't give you more than that because I haven't experienced more than that. I've experienced full unconditional understanding in aspects of love, resentment, and why, and still wishing for someone and still pulsating through my mind, what if they chose someone over you, and a possibility, they could have taken one direction. I'm like, well, I'm glad they didn't. And I'm glad they did what they did because it still would have had toxic ties. So that was not the right time. So, to me, it's like, well, I'm glad. Apparently you wanted to experience something, and I got to be the one to go, I keep experiencing. I'll keep figuring out my own shit and experiencing myself, So, I mean, that's that resourcefulness and, discipline in that everyday existence with yourself, and that love doesn't claim. Love simply allows. And to me, it was like, I don't want to claim that person, honestly. Like, I have even made myself put in thoughts like, if I got to be that person's friend and I had to watch them be in love with someone else, how would I even go about that? How would I feel? And I'm like, well, I would be happy. I would feel a little bit down in my own road, not down upon what's happening, down in my own road. Kind of like a little bit hurt and persevering with the universe because of, I want mine, where's my person? I want to feel understood. I want to feel like I'm not alone in the thoughts that I have. I'm not alone in the things that I see going on in this world. Like, I want to feel I am not alone and not try to fake it or act like, I'm not alone. I have this and I have this and I have this. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I have friends, I have certain people, they're great, I love them, but like, there's still an element that I feel I'm still missing. Like, I still feel I'm alone in some of my thoughts. I still feel like I can't correspond the way I want to correspond. I want to be able to correspond my whole soul with someone else's full soul and really get into some of these things and really be able to, like, the way I express in these videos and be able to do that with someone, that's that love I'm talking about. That's that for real Two of Cups, where that soul is, it's like there's a mere difference. Like 31 is not 13, obviously, but there's a mere difference, but it's exactly alike. Its energy has the kind of like the same pulsation. And even though this is 13 and this is 31, which obviously that's a higher number, but 13's value can be just as high as the value of 31. So to me, that makes sense. And that is that Disney love, that is that Jasmine and Aladdin love. Even though Jasmine is like the Sultan's daughter, Aladdin was the diamond in the rough. he had just as much worth to him as he did Jasmine, or as Jasmine did, So, it's amazing. I don't know how else to express that. So there's this strength here we have over, or taming or bringing conclusion and taming it to a point. Aggression, frustrations, anger. There's this connective understanding to all of that that's helping this taming the wind, these thoughts, that it's because of these thoughts or a lack of understanding when it comes to a situation, or you feel misunderstood, or you feel like you're not being understood, and that would cause this frustration. That's because there's something there inside of yourself that you're not giving yourself some sort of understanding in something, and that's what's truly arising the frustration. That's what's truly arising the actual anger, not the person triggering you. That's already there. If there was nothing there to be triggered, it wouldn't trigger you. What am I going to try to go? Holy cow. All right. So after I go ahead and clarify these, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I don't want to try to hit 3 hours. Okay. So there's this collaboration going on, possibly going on with some going to happen or going on when it comes collaboration and true wealth in understandings and self-acceptance. There's heavy self-acceptance going on because there's an understanding of where the self-rejection was happening. I feel like there was a frustration or a lack of understanding where the self-rejection was coming from, or how to even heal the self-rejection, or to have some sort of understanding with the self-rejection, and that created the warrior energy. And this has to do with a Knave of Swords, someone watching, and a revealing of moving to calmer waters. So someone's going to have some sort of gift, some sort of surprise, in being able to move to calmer waters. And this looks like a work collaboration with this. Okay. Wow, that's really awesome to see. Oh, wow, look at that. Truths and death to a situation, and an inward introspection about wish come true, or this could be an addiction to something. A healing and looking for wisdom within oneself, possibly about this addiction, and relating to the addiction, the root matter as to what's that's fueling the addiction, fueling the want for the addiction. Okay, it's something missing inside of you, some sort of lack of understanding or giving of understanding to yourself that is fueling or making this want for some sort of addiction. Holy shit. And some of you, this could be about a lot of lies and whitewashing some sort of lies and regret. Oh, damn, man. This 10 of Swords here. Holy snap. Yeah. Sneaky behavior. Some people probably like, oh, wow, with the Empress. Wow, this is tied to that Empress. Okay. It all is getting healed. There's understandings. There's, this inner transformation when it comes to these truths, creating a serious, just shedding someone, like ripping down someone's own outer tough-skinned layer, like a snake that's having a hard time shedding its old skin. And it's like the universe, like you feel it cracking, and it's like the universe takes their claws and just starts ripping it through, and you start seeing the tunnel, and you just start pulling yourself through the rest of it. Whew. All right. That's heavy. That is, wow, that's deep. Okay. That's why I made that card, because of that memory. Like coming out of my vision, and I'm going, one person. I'm like, back in the freaking world, and I'm like, what's that? Oh goodness. I amused myself. Okay, let's see. Whew, what message or advice do I have here for my collective? Beauty. Number 13, friendship bundle. An illumination, new hope, 25. Oh, what? Wow, with legacy. Damn. Oh boy. This was one hell of a powerful reading. I am glad I did this. Yeah. See, that's what listening to your intuition does, y'all. Yeah. For reals, for reals. Yeah. I mean, I took my time this morning. I laid there in my bed and I just played on my phone, played on my Facebook. You know, I really wasn't sure I was going to do the reading or not. And then I went and made biscuits and gravy for me and my son. And then I just got dressed and started making me some tea and was like, yeah, I feel the calling for it. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to play cards. All right. Wow, the hawk and the blackbird. Damn. Holy crap. I mean, I've got to go back and look at how many times this freaking card has consistently came out. The bluebird of happiness. Holy cow. That is so cool. I wonder what's behind that. Whoa, the parrot. And then the seagull again. It's like I hear in my head, you made my day. And it's like, I just feel some people just don't even realize sometimes how much they make my day. Memories, certain things just make my day. And you know what? It's reflected energy. Yeah. It's mirrored. All right, 13. Beauty, friendship bundle. The beauty of a friendship creates an energy that is seen in a person full of love, expressing your highest nature with another who is equally engaged. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, equally engaged to, you know, the point in things, and not hung up on certain details and go freaking all the way to left field. It's like, I wasn't trying to throw the ball all the way out there. I just wanted to toss it back and forth as we're talking. You know? It's completely different. I'm not trying to go fetch because I have resentment in that area. You know, there's definitely a difference. Okay. Who is equally engaged, ring bells of joy for all to hear. What can you do to heal the turmoil in the world? Become a true friend. Create your friendship bundle and hang it around your neck like a great bird of prey. Feel yourself softening in a westerly wind, knowing the grace of dreams realized. People are known by the stories they tell. Your stories are constructs of the people you have met along your journey. Ultimately, the greatest and most beautiful is the story of meeting and sharing the journey with a kindred spirit, a true friend. Yeah. 25, illumination, new hope. You enter this world with a birth cry, announcing your arrival. Then you spend the rest of this life with questions in search of answers. Where did I come from? Where am I going? Every sunrise illuminates where you have been, where you are, and the infinite possibilities before you. The earth is throbbing like a drum, a baby is born, joy is born. Liquid melodies linger over the still waters of a pond, echoing the faint voices of women in the great mother in unison. Little one, you are blessed in beauty and light. May you be a newborn in many seasons of your life. Visit this blue pond often. It represents your emotions. What do you see? Can you name that emotion that pains you? Dive deeply into this phantom reflection and soothe your spirit. Your light is there, just on the other side of the shadows. Speak of it. Hawk. 15. I am Hawk, the majestic and visionary. I am the eyes of the gods. I am the whole picture. I have keen sight, seeing everything from every angle. I can see how today shapes tomorrow and how my future steers today. I am advantage and strategy and will always come prepared. If I am circling overheard, it is because you are aligning with your future. Your path is balancing out, your motives are centering out, and your higher mind is aligning. Okay? To be a visionary takes more than just seeing the path ahead. You must construct it, shape it, and ensure it spans far enough to complete your tasks. Does your current way of doing things support what you seek to accomplish? If not, change course and create a new path. I encourage you to take a look at what drives you. You are perceptivity. You are the eyes of the universe. You are foresight and you are hawk. Ooh, heron. I am heron, the ally of the mystic. I am stable. I am focused and alert. I am at peace. I never miss the ripple in the great pool. I never dwell on moments already past. I am the gift of concentration. I am the stillness that allows a greater purpose. I am self-reliant and the inherited strength to stand alone. Now is the time for rest and meditation. You must find your center and ground yourself in it. I am perfect timing, never moving too soon, never striking too late. I am the knowledge that everything has its perfect moment in the cosmos. If you are trying to push something, it is time to let it go. Be still in the waters around you. Wait for the undercurrent and see what it brings. I am humble, having mastered the silence of non-action. There is purification in acceptance. There is willingness in letting things be what they are. You are meditation. You are beauty and balance. You are the calm center of your own universe, and you are heron. And then blackbird. Okay. Number 1. I am Blackbird, the enchantress of the soul. I am melodious and hypnotic. I am the transporter of the mind from one state to another. I am bringer of omens. I will entrance you with my song and open the portals of the spiritual. I break through barriers and remove whatever separates you from eternity. If you have strayed into my woods, something enchanting is afoot. Mystery has tempted you. The magical realms have seduced you. I can align you with the earth and the energy that encircles it. You are hearing the whispers of the ancients and calls of the deep woods. Look beyond everything and see the layers. Listen carefully, be alert, let go, and embrace the experience. You are captivating. You are limitless. You are enthralled. And you are Blackbird. Oh, wow. Yeah, I agree. Wow. Yeah, that was a good one. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all again next time. Goodbye.